Patch 1.1 of Total War Warhammer 3 has not been the redemption story that some would have you believe. The numbers speak for themselves. After a brief flurry of activity from people returning to see if the game is still bad, they've all realised that it's not as bad, but that doesn't mean that it's particularly good either. I'm enjoying some of the mods on the newly released workshop, which is easily the best thing to come from the update, but the truth is that we need a lot more if people are to be convinced to return to this game. And I know something that Creative Assembly can do, and it will cost them no money and very little time. CA have clearly been working hard to improve the experience of the Realms of Chaos campaign, and that's a good thing. But the main refrain from people has been that we're all really waiting for the release of Immortal Empires, obviously. However, we have no idea when that's due to be released, and the lack of news on that front is a clear indication, in my opinion, that the release is still months away. Fortunately though, with a little help from CA, we don't actually have to wait that long to get at least a little of the Mortal Empires experience that we've all been waiting for. First step, and I know you're probably tired of hearing me say this, but it's important to the plan. Implement an official version of Drunk Flamingo's Disable Realms of Chaos mod, so that people can turn the campaign into a sandbox. And with that done, we can get to the really exciting part. In Warhammer 3 there are many races from the first two games already present. We can see the Empire on the campaign map, Vampire Counts, Dwarfs, Norsca, Skaven, lots of races, lots of legendary lords. They're all there with their units, cities and everything else that they need. So what I propose is this. For a couple of months, every 2 or 3 weeks, one of these lords is unlocked and made playable on the Warhammer 3 campaign map, exclusively in the non-narrative sandbox mode. Specifically, I would opt for Karl Franz and the Empire in Release 1, Tretch Craventail and the Skaven in Release 2, Ungrim Ironfist and the Dwarfs in Release 3, and finally Manfred von Karstein and the Vampire Counts in Release 4. These are 4 popular races, with 3 base game factions from Warhammer 1 and a free LC character from a base game faction of Warhammer 2. The races, characters and units are already in the game, and CA won't need to spend anything on new cutscenes because they won't be participating in the Realms of Chaos campaign. They literally just need to unlock the factions and make them playable in the sandbox. Not only would this bring back experienced players wanting to play as their old favourites, but it'll also be a huge promotional tool for CA by giving new players who haven't played Mortal Empires before a taste of what's to come when Immortal Empires drops on Warhammer 3, and incentivising these new players to get the older games and the DLCs ready for launch with no additional cost to CA at all. For me, this is the best approach that they can take to not only re-engage their player base, but also to apologise to them. Because no matter how many times the grovelling soy wojaks on a certain website might tell you that CA have nothing to apologise for, they really do. Maybe I'll make a video on exactly why at some point. But for now though, what would you like to see in Total War Warhammer 3, and what do you think would get people playing again? Stick it in the comments section and let's start brainstorming. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon with another video.